읽겠습니다. 소영이와 마익의 첫 만남이 있던 날 우연히 페이스톡 전화를 걸었습니다. 언니, 나 데이트해. 데이트를 한다는 소식을 들었을 뿐인데 제 마음이 참 기쁘고 감사했습니다. 데이트 소식을 들은 며칠 전 소영이가 핑크빛 러브레터를 받은 꿈을 꾼 후라 더 신비로웠습니다. 언니들이 짝을 이루고 혼자 머나먼 곳 베이커스필드에 강아지 백설이와 둘이 살면서 외롭고 힘들었을 텐데도 어디서든 무엇을 하든 어린 시절부터 지금껏 1등 탑을 놓치지 않고 최선과 노력의 아이콘답게 열심으로 살아온 소영이입니다. 그런 소영이가 하나님께 눈물로 기도하며 지내온 시간들을 알기에 소영이가 배우자를 만나는 때를 함께 기도하며 기다려왔습니다. 그래서인지 소영이가 마익을 소개하는 날을 잊지 못합니다. 감동 눈물을 줄줄 흘리며 들은 기억이 나네요. 하나님이 정해주신 짝을 만난다는 것이 이런 것일까? 저는 이 두 사람의 만남을 보며 기적 같은 만남, 축복이란 것이 무엇인지 깨닫게 되었습니다. 두 사람이 바라고 기도하던 제목들이 서로에게 응답이 되었습니다. 소영이와 마익의 첫 만남부터 서로에 대해 느끼고 알아가는 과정을 들을 때도 감사와 감동으로 넘쳤습니다. 사실 모든 것을 가졌고 모든 것을 누리고 있던 소영이였고 소영이를 다 알고 있다고 생각했었습니다. 하지만 저는 소영이가 보내준 마익과 찍은 커플 사진을 보고 새로운 소영이를 보았습니다. 마익과 함께 있는 소영이의 얼굴은 이제껏 제가 보지 못했던 행복하고 사랑이 충만한 얼굴이었습니다. 마익은 소영이에게, 소영은 마익에게 그렇게 채워져 온전한 하나를 이루는 삶을 그 사진의 두 사람처럼 그 모습처럼 살아갔으면 좋겠습니다. 서로가 가진 조건으로 사랑하는 것이 아닌 있는 모습 그대로를 사랑하는 지금처럼 서로를 향한 사랑이 영원하길 바랍니다. 두 사람을 사랑하는 먼저 결혼한 선배로서 해주고 싶은 말이 있다면 마익은 아내 소영을 사랑해주고 소영은 남편 마익에게 순종하라고 전해주고 싶습니다. 소영아, 마익 사랑해. 행복하게 잘 살아. 화이팅!
Mike, Soyoung, I love you guys. Okay, for 11 years, I was an only child, and it was great. And I had my own room, I even had my own playroom, and then in the course of a day, this little chubby, cute baby entered my life, and overnight, I became an older sister. I also became very much like a mother to him. And then so for the 7 years that we were still under the same roof, we had a really great time. We played a lot of Nintendo together. That's the universal language. No matter how old you are, you can connect via Nintendo. But then I went to college, and then right after college, I got married. So we had a role reversal, and Michael became an only kid for quite a while. And it wasn't until he became older that we really began to appreciate one another. And I got to see how his thoughtfulness and his kindness impacted my kids. He was amazing to my boys. And I see how that's carried over to Soyoung. And now I look at Soyoung and I think, no wonder Michael has such a passion for this beautiful, lovely woman. Soyoung, I'm telling you, I'm looking at my brother. This is the best version of Michael I've ever seen. And I always knew he had it inside of himself, but really, until he met you, it became fully realized. He has become this leader, a provider, a protector. You've also brought so much adventure into his life. I mean, everything from waking up at, so early to go on a hike to see the sunrise, which sounds super romantic, but it's totally not something that Michael would just do. And then to going, hiking in Hawaii off the cliffs of some volcano. Yeah, that's gotta be love. That's Soyoung. Today is an affirmation of love, and it's the day that two became one, and I'm just so honored to be here to see this. Sean and I want to encourage you guys in this climate, in this culture where everything is disposable, to really fight for your marriage. to protect your relationship fiercely and make room for God to do some amazing things in your life. I've already seen you guys. You guys have been an amazing example of perseverance. Soyoung, you have been such a generous, caring, inspirational sister-in-law, and I'm so thankful, so very thankful for you. And I wanted to thank Soyoung's father and mother. Thank you so much for just receiving my brother. You've been so sweet to him. So I just wanted to honor you guys so much for just receiving him with open arms. So today, you guys, let's lift a glass to Mike and Soyoung. May God bless your relationship. Love you guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mina, one of Soyoung's closest friends, and it's an honor to celebrate Soyoung and Mike's wedding together and to give a speech. It's been exactly 10 years since we first met in pharmacy school, but I can attest to the fact that friendship is not about who you've known the longest. It's about the depth and quality of relationship that you share your life with. It's funny because Soyoung and I were always good friends, but we became really close when we started to deeply share our common interests, like diet and exercise, boy band like BTS, and also some deep things like struggles and values in life. We also started to date our current husbands around the same time and even got even closer. So as you guys all know, Soyoung and Mike's meeting was just spectacular from the beginning. Soyoung lived in Bakersfield and Mike lived in Irvine. That's over 150 miles. And when they first met, it was pretty much love at first sight. Not only that, they soon decided to commit to each other for the rest of their life as husband and wife. This would not be possible without God's perfect plan. I know how hard Soyoung prayed for her future spouse before they even met, and I'm sure Mike did the same thing. And God answered their prayers in his most amazing way. Soyoung, you are one of the most amazing girls I know. You inspire me and all your friends so much in so many ways. Your diligence, kindness, wisdom, humor, and of course your blood, sweat, and tears. God knows how far you've come and how hard you worked. You only deserve the best. Mike, you are that best that Soyoung received. Thank you for choosing Soyoung, putting her first over everything, even if that meant a sacrifice. You stood up for her, protected her, and loved her the way Christ loved his church. You set the bar really high. It'll be really hard for other guys to meet that bar. I know that you will always make Soyoung happy, but when in doubt, you know her favorite language of love, right? Gift is the answer. So without further ado, I would like to ask everyone to raise a glass for the blessing of the new bride and groom for their everlasting love and happiness. Cheers.
Hello? Okay. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Mike's best man, his friend from his college days here at UCI. I first met Mike for the first time after my first few days in college when I was taking classes both at UCI and Riverside. One night, I was returning home late to see a tall Korean guy with glasses and slippers in green shorts and a gray UC Berkeley shirt on. Because even though he got into Berkeley, he decided to go UCI instead somehow. Sitting on my bed, talking with my roommate, Sufang. First, he seemed a little intimidating, tall, and, intimidating Korean guy. And until we found out we had some of the same classes in the same major. So I found out we had the same test, and we ended up studying for our chemistry was it chemistry test in the dorm study room. And it was around 2 a.m. in the morning, and we were finding ourselves drawing. Mike was showing me how to draw a perfect circle on the whiteboard. And then from then on, Mike and I and Aniket, my dorm neighbor, we would just play Counter-Strike all day. Sometimes skip classes, whenever we get back from class to the dorms. And I had this list of random things that only Mike would get, but that would just bore you guys, like peanut butter jelly time, rogue spear, aimbotting with Dad clan, and just a lot more things. So there's so many memories that I can't forget that we had in the past. I didn't know what I wanted to do originally with a bio degree, so I just knew that I wanted to be in the medical field. So I asked Mike what professions there could be out there. So he kind of told us, back then pharmacy was at a turnaround point. So it was probably a good field to go into. So there's a spoiler alert. I didn't become a pharmacist, but I tried. And Mike helped select my classes for me since I wasn't doing so well in my classes. I don't know what Mike saw in me as a friend to hang around with. Says, I didn't do so well in my classes and stuff, and I was just tagged along because Mike was really smart. So I just felt like I could, hopefully if I stayed around him long enough, I would, find his secrets and, get good grades like him. But that never actually happened. Yeah, and then I'll explain why that never happened, because, Mike's just an anomaly like that. So anyways, you guys are probably interested in how those of you who know Mike, how he was like in college. So Soyoung, sorry, if you knew Mike in college, you might not like him back then. So, or maybe he's still the same person, who knows. But don't worry, there's still time for Mike to change and be a more active person, like riding a bike or going for, but you're already doing that with him, so we tried. Back in college, Mike would just sleep in, sometimes skipping his classes, waking up late, eating a lot, and he would just borrow notes from me and Aniket whenever we went to class. And then, usually when he eats, he likes to sit there and eat and watch, episodes of, things he's seen before, like Simpsons. And then most of the time, you just watch anime, listen to music, play video games on the computer all day long, just go back to sleep. Like, that's all he did. And then just to make things worse, on the day before the midterm, he would study, and then he'd get the highest score in the class. Even though we went to class and we couldn't beat him. So it's just I don't know. It's just I couldn't learn from you. But we played a lot of games together, so that was good. Yeah. If there's one thing I learned about Mike is that he's an independent person. I always really admired that about him. He didn't really need anything or anybody to succeed in life, and he seemed to know where he wanted to be and what he wanted to do. So he pretty much always had goals set out there. So if he wanted to do something, he would either find someone who knew how to do it, or help, or he would learn to do it on his own. So in a way, he never really had to rely on anyone for his own happiness, which leads me to the idea that people should get married not for someone to complete them, but for two complete people to share each other's happiness together. And at some point, we actually wondered in our group of friends, Mike was kind of still single, so enjoying his life. Every time we asked him Mike, when are you gonna get out there? There's dating apps now, He's like, nah. I'm kind of enjoying staying at home. He worked from home too. If you guys don't know, he's a work-at-home pharmacist, which is kind of weird. But he gets paid. He doesn't even have to leave his house. He orders Uber Eats. So he just, I was like, how are you ever gonna meet someone if you just stay in your house all day? Yeah. But yeah. So he always told me he wanted to travel the world and see it with someone, and then I was like, well, how are you gonna do that if you don't get out of the house? So it just so happens that when Mike met Soyoung, I knew that would be a good match. Soyoung gives Mike a reason to go out and see new things and share new experiences, since without her, Mike probably still ends up sitting at home all day, which I'm sure he still does that a lot. So when I first met Soyoung, when Mike introduced me to her at Din Tai Fung, I was observing them, and I saw the way they looked each other in the eyes, and they were just laughing, and like I could just see the pure love that you guys had for each other, and then the way you guys made each other laugh, like you guys just seemed so happy together. So yeah, you guys are a good match, and especially since one time, my wife and I were driving in the parking lot, and we saw someone that looked like Soyoung, and drove by, and then it's like, what's she doing? It's like just walking around the parking lot by herself. And I called Mike because we saw someone who looked exactly like Soyoung, and he's like, oh yeah, that's Soyoung, like she's picking up food for me. So what you said earlier about being his DoorDash is true. So here's to Mike and Soyoung who found each other and have only begun their journey together. And I wish you two the best. And may you enjoy your childless lives right now until the time being, until one day you can join the rest of us raising kids.
He just had a kid, that's why he said that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. There's a toast.
Hello, everyone. My name is Linda. I've had the pleasure to meet Soy a couple years back. We have become the greatest of friends. She's by far the best boss I've ever had. I've worked with her for a couple years now. She's no longer with us. She's now happily ever after with Mike. So I'm a little nervous. Soy and I have known each other for a long time. We have become the greatest of friends. Throughout the years, she has taught me my faith. And that I can overcome anything through God. Soy, you're a ray of sunshine. Your laughter will brighten any gloomy day. She is the most caring and understanding human being, a best friend, and a role model. You are deeply missed in Delano, but our hearts are full knowing that you have found true love and happiness. Mike, thank you for taking great care of her. Thank you for loving her and making her the happiest person. I have never seen this side of Soy. Please take care of her heart. God knows how much she needed you. Cheers to Mike and Soy. Wishing you love and happiness on your new journey as husband and wife. I love you, Soy. I'm sorry, I'm too emotional.
일생일 때 가장 행복한 날에 저희가 가장 사랑하고 가장 아끼는 분들과 함께할 수 있음을 진심으로 영광스럽게 생각합니다. 고마운 분들께 감사한 마음을 전할 이런 자리가 자주 있는 것이 아니라고 생각되어서 마치 연말 시상식 수상소감을 하듯 감사 인사를 준비해 보았습니다. 13년 전 처음 유학생으로 미국 땅을 밟았을 때 흔쾌히 받아주시고 미국 생활에 적응할 수 있도록 도와주신 이모, 이모부, 제가 가장 어려울 때 물심양면으로 챙겨주시고 친엄마처럼 돌봐주신 신집사님, 약대 다닐 때 저 품어주신 이희철 목사님, 사모님, 은규, 외로웠던 학교 생활 한순간에 천국으로 바꿔준 우리 약대 친구들, 진영, 제니, 미나, 안젤라 언니, 한국 사람 찾기 힘든 베이커스필드에서 혼자 사는 저를 가엾게 봐주시고 명절 때마다 가족처럼 챙겨주신 지약사님 내외분 가셨나요? 한없이 부족한 나를 믿고 따라준 우리 딜레이노 라이레이 식구들, thank you for coming all the way from Delano, driving 200 miles to celebrate our wedding, my Delano Railway family. Linda, Jessica, Tuntun, Alicia, Princess, Seth, Ricky, and Noel. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. 언제나 함께 기도해주는 너무나 소중한 기적의 사람들, 미라클 회원님들, 마리 언니, 줄용이, 알용이, 그리고 하나님이 예비하신 만남의 축복, 이한이, 미나, 친구 결혼식에 참석하기 위해서 만삭의 몸으로 메릴랜드에서 날아와준 내 20년 지기 친구 조개살 유사, 오늘 이 자리를 빛내주셔서 정말 감사합니다. 힘들었던 시간들 다 이겨내고 현재의 제가 있기까지 제게 힘이 되어주시고 도와주신 가슴에 사무치도록 너무나 고마운 분들이세요. 마지막으로 저를 낳아주시고 사랑으로 길러주신 기도의 용사 우리 엄마, 주고 또 주고 더 주고 싶어하는 이 세상 최고 무한 사랑꾼 우리 아빠, 너무너무 사랑하고 감사합니다. 지난 5월 한국 결혼식을 준비하면서 아빠에게 부탁을 하나 했습니다. 나한테 소원이 하나 있다고, 내 미국 결혼식에서 우리 아빠가 나를 위해서 색소폰을 불어줬으면 좋겠다고. 나중에 아빠가 내 곁을 떠나도 내가 결혼식 비디오를 보면서 그래 우리 아빠가 나를 엄청나게 사랑했지 추억하고 싶다고 아빠 손을 꼭 잡고 닭똥 같은 눈물을 뚝뚝 흘렸습니다. 아빠는 4년 동안이나 악기에 손을 놓고 있었고 이젠 악보도 못 보고 도레미도 못 보는데 그게 말이 되냐며 난 못한다고 하셨습니다. 제대로 레슨을 받은 적도 없고 이제 아빠 나이가 70을 바라보는데 다시 악기를 시작한다는 것이 엄두가 나지 않으셨겠죠. 그런데 아빠는 한국 결혼식 후 저를 다시 미국으로 떠내보내던 그날 공항에서 집으로 돌아오는 길 새 색소폰을 구입하셨고 그날부터 오늘까지 하루도 빠짐없이 연습하시고 오늘 저에게 세상에서 가장 멋진 결혼 선물을 주셨습니다. 자식 사랑하는 마음을 온몸 부서져라 표현해준 멋있는 우리 아빠 존경하고 사랑합니다. 이 자리를 빛내주시기 위해 바쁘신 와중에도 먼 길마다 않고 참석해주신 여러분 다시 한번 진심으로 감사드립니다. 베풀어주신 사랑에 보답할 수 있도록 서로 아끼고 사랑하면서 행복하게 잘 살겠습니다. 감사합니다.
First, I want to thank my big sister and her family for always showing us support and giving me advice. You're the best sister I could ever wish for. I'm so grateful to be able to rely on you and Sean. I want to thank my best friends from college, whether it was going to class or skipping class together and staying up till 4 a.m. gaming, or just going across the street to Ray's Pizza, which we did yesterday. Knowing you all made my 4 years at UCI the best years of my life. I want to thank my work colleagues over here. In the past, I worked a stressful retail job, had no work-life balance, and lived alone, hours away from my family and friends. That alone makes working at OptumRx one of the best decisions of my life. But you all made it easier by being so supportive and welcoming me to the team. I want to thank my fellow Super Smash Brothers players over there. And we got Oscar Toons doing the caricature. Shout outs to him. I want to just mention that for Super Smash Brothers Melee, this was the only game that we played together because, let's face it, every other version sucks. We may have started off as competitors, but you all became my friends. Thank you for all the memorable matches, after-tourney dinners, and for main characters and Marth counters. So shout out to Idris for that comment. And to everyone here, a great big thank you. I know a wedding on a Sunday night isn't convenient, but October 20th is a very special date because it's officially our first wedding anniversary. So we are so grateful you could all attend and celebrate together. And you know, before our first date, we messaged constantly, but one conversation I recall was about love languages. And for those of you who don't know, and actually Mina kind of spoiled it, her love language is receiving gifts. This is when she feels most loved and appreciated. And when it's something as simple, even when it's something as simple as surprising her with cooked sweet potatoes. And if there's one thing that I know, more than anything is that she enjoys being surprised. So if you could sit here.